Good afternoon, students, and welcome to today's lesson. For today's lesson, we are going to talk about first conditionals. You know, we have a lot of conditionals, about 4 of them: zero conditional, first conditional, second conditional, and third conditional. But we are talking about first conditional for the purpose of this lesson. Now, the first conditional, like any other grammar topic, has a formula that it works, and we have examples. The zero conditional, for example, it's something that is factual, something that is full of fact. So example, you have, if it rains, the weather would be cold. If the sun shines, the weather will be hot. Birds fly in the sky, and all of that. Okay, those are examples of a first conditional and examples of zero conditional. But let's stay focused on only first conditional. Very good. Now for first conditional, it has a formula, like I said earlier. We have the if. There are 2 clauses, if or when clause, but we normally use the if clause. Then we use the present simple. We use the future, that is will, future simple, will, and infinitive. The formula, there are 2 conditions, but we normally use if plus present simple plus future simple, that is will, and infinitive. So you have if, present simple, future simple, that is will, and the infinitive. Very good. So let's try our hands on some example. And the first conditional is used to talk about things that will happen in the future. We use it to talk about things that will happen in the future, but we are not sure of it. There is a condition attached to it, so we are not sure whether that thing will happen or not. Example, if I complete college, I will go to the university. So there's condition there: if I complete, simple, present, the college, I will, future, go to the university, infinitive. Very good. So you realize that we use if because we don't know what will happen in the future. If I complete college, I would go to the university. Another example is, if I have a lot of money, I will travel abroad. If I have a lot of money, I will travel abroad. So always we use the if, meaning that it is conditional. It is not automatic. It is conditional. Okay, something that will happen in the future, but it's conditional, and we are not sure of it unless some other factor also comes in. Something else happens. You can go to the university if only you have good grades before you can go to the university. Okay, so if you complete college, you don't have good grades, you can't go to the university. If you complete college and your parents have no money, you can't go to the university. That is the point here. So let's look at other examples. Don't forget the formula is if plus the simple present. Then we bring in the will, future simple, will, plus infinitive. If plus simple present plus will, future simple, will, plus infinitive. Okay, so if it rains, comma, I will play soccer in the park. If it rains, I will play soccer in the park. Okay? Or if I go to the cinema, I will eat popcorn. If I go to the cinema, I will eat popcorn. You can go to the cinema, but you wouldn't eat popcorn. You would eat maybe cookies, or you would drink Coca-Cola or fruit juice. So it's conditional. Unless you go to the movies, you can't eat the popcorn or drink the Coca-Cola. Very good. There are other examples. If I study hard, I would get good grades in the exams. Okay, so if is always constant. If is always constant. If is always constant. That is a conditional clause. If. Then the present tense, if I study. If I study. Okay. Then the future will. Future will. Then you have the infinitive coming together. So there are a lot of examples that we can see. If I see a famous footballer, I will hug him. If I see a famous person, I will hug him. Or if I get enough money, I will build a mansion. If I get enough money, I will travel abroad. If I get enough money, I will build or I'll buy a very expensive car. Okay, I'll buy a very expensive car. So let's look at the formula that is very important. So let's look at it again. Is if plus the present tense plus will, that's the future simple plus infinitive. Okay, and I said the first conditional is used to talk about things that might happen or that may happen or will happen in the future, but we can't tell what will happen in the future. So we bring in that condition if. Okay, so the first conditional describe future things that would happen, which is very possible to happen. Now you are in Colegio. After Colegio, you go to the maybe university. Okay, or you are in the bachilleratos. After bachillerato, you go to the university. So it is very, very sure that it will happen. But sometimes you are not sure. That is where you bring in the if clause to make your statement, give it a bit of support, so that if it doesn't happen, you don't have much problem. So we have if. Normally we have two clauses, if clause and when clause. But for the first conditionals, we normally use the if clause. Then if plus present simple plus future simple and plus infinity. So example, if I grow up. If I grow up, the grow is in the present simple. If I grow up, I will marry. If I grow up, I will marry. That is simple. If I grow up, I will marry. Okay. So the marry is infinity because you marry for a very long time, and the will is the future. That is, you grow in the future and you get married. Okay, so we use the first conditional to talk about things in the future or happenings in the future that we are not very sure of. Okay, because we are not sure of, we use the future, the if clause. Then the if clause follows. It is always followed by present simple. Okay, that is a verb. It's in the present simple form plus future simple will and the infinitive. Okay, and we saw some examples. If I go to the movie, I will buy popcorn. If I grow up, I will marry. If I complete college, I will go to the university. If I have a lot of money, I will travel abroad. These are all first conditional sentences. Okay, so thank you so much for doing the listening. This is a short video of first conditionals. We'll get back to you again with more videos on grammar. Thank you so much, students.